News, and welcome to episode 371 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for April 30th, 2022. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
It's been another quiet week. I mean, I can't think of anything huge that's happened this week. But yeah, you know what? Let's get right to it. I know sports, baseball's in full bloom, and Orioles still suck. But at least they're scoring runs now, so at least I can see them actually do something.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in baseball, the Nationals aren't doing that well either. But I don't think they're predicting not to do that well, so that's not a big deal. That's just the local teams. All right, so let's get to basketball because it's playoffs. We finally get to the second round now. So we got the Miami Heat versus Philly, but Philly's going to be in trouble because their best player is hurt indefinitely. So I'm like, well, that just makes it easy for Miami. Then you have Boston versus Milwaukee. Which racist city is going to win this time? Battle of the racist cities. So I was joking. But anyway, I don't know who's going to win. I mean, I would think Milwaukee just because of Giannis, because he's just he's so unstoppable. But the Boston has been playing great defense, and maybe even though they'll stop Giannis, maybe they can stop everybody else and still just win. But we'll see. I hope it's a good series. Then you have Warriors versus Memphis. I hope that's a good series. Memphis has Morant, who was awesome, he was potentially going to win the MVP, but he missed too many games because of injury. But he was great in the playoffs. I mean, actually, he started out bad, and then he really put us up together near the end. Then you have Phoenix versus the Mavericks. So Luka Doncic, and I don't know. Mavs, can they win? Phoenix has been the number one team in the league, but Booker, I'm not sure. Is he fully healthy? I know he was injured. He just came back last game. I wonder if he's fully healthy. I mean, if he's fully healthy, I'll have Phoenix winning. If he's not, I think it's a toss-up. Maybe. Now, the only person really you have to stop really is Luka, but I mean, even though the other players really stepped up in the last series, but I'm more so blame Utah for that. Yeah. They're just stupid. But anyway, yeah, because they had no business. Utah should have won that series. Luka missed the first two games, first two or three. I forget. Was it first three? I think it's first two. I forget what it was, but they lost two of them. I think they lost two of those games. I think it was the three. The first two games he was out, and they only won one of them. And I was like, dude, he's like the only guy doing anything on this team. How'd you just lose to this team like that? But I mean, I guess you could give it to the Mavericks guys for stepping up without him being there. But yeah, but Utah, they basically had a full squad. They should have won. They did win the game that he came back on though, so they tied the series up.
Interesting. But
then after that, yeah, it's all Mavericks. All right, and what else? Football, NFL draft's happening. I don't know anybody, so I don't even know who got picked first. Oh yeah, I know who got picked first. It was that player from that college, Go State. But outside, it's like I don't know. I had no idea. All right, so any wrestling news?
Nothing too big. There were a couple of releases from NXT yesterday. Biggest name is Dakota Kai. She's been in NXT for quite a few years now, and she's never really gotten to the top of the division there. There was a couple of times where they put her in a title match, and she always lost. A lot of people were expecting her to get called up to the main roster several different times as her storyline kind of reached its end in NXT, and she never got there. She'll be a good pickup for anybody. I mean, I hope she ends up in AEW, but there's still so many other women from the last year's releases that AEW hasn't picked up. And the unfortunate thing is AEW does a lot of good things, but their women's division is kind of trash. I mean, they don't dedicate the time to them that they need. And at the beginning, there was kind of just a lack of talent, but now they've gotten so many people to come in that there's plenty of people to put on matches, and they just don't put the time in. They give them like 5 minutes each show for one match, and that's about it. They aren't parts of, other segments or anything like that, which, WWE is whatever it is, but they are at a point where they do a relatively good job with their division. I mean, it still has its problems, but so do the men's. Those are just inherent WWE problems. It's not problems with the women's division per se. So that's I'd really like to see AEW kind of get their shit together there, but we shall see. I mean, but people like formerly Ember Moon, who goes by Athena on the indies now, she's still, kind of just out there doing indie stuff and hasn't been picked up by AEW yet, and it's kind of surprising that, these big free agents have not signed anywhere yet. So we shall see, but really that was about it. I mean, Dexter Lumis also, he was kind of a main fixture on AEW there for a while. He played like silent serial killer guy. He's got like very intimidating look, like he'll just stare you down. And they were doing some stuff with him for a while, but he never really picked up any kind of steam. So, and he doesn't really fit the NXT 2.0 aesthetic that they're doing now, which is a lot of younger talent coming in from like different sports and whatnot, instead of wrestlers coming in from different companies. And he was a guy that came over from Impact. So yeah, it's weird. We're still seeing these releases. Some people are just, letting their contracts run out too. It's interesting to see that there's competition now, so people can just do that. They don't have to rely on being stuck in WWE if they're not happy with how their creative is going, which is very good. Gives people options.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with wrestling. All
right. So now we get to what we've been watching. We'll say Moon Knight for last.
Okay.
We both watched that. Yeah. Better Call Saul, still great. Still a great show. Ozark is back. I mean, like, they have their second part, so now I can watch both of them at the same time. So that's going to be interesting. I probably get shit confused in my brain because I'm getting older and I get things confused. I watched Young Justice, the 4th season. It's been out for a while, but I think the part 2 of the 4th season just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And so far, it's not that great. Like, the story is just not. It's not executed very well. I just don't really care for the story, and it's not really because of the like the racist stuff. Like, they really promote. Like, I say promote, but they're really showing. They have like racist connotations. Like, it's supposed to be almost like mirror us, I guess. It's our society, but it's different. But like the Martians is like this green Martians and white Martians. I mean, this. If you read the comic books, you already know, like, they don't like each other. And then you have red Martians. That might have been in comic books too, but I just never seen a red Martian. And like, now they live in all society together though. So, but tensions are still there between the different races. But they're just living together, just like, I guess, like America or something like that. Hey, that's all. But they really pointing that out to be like the big factor. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. That could be the backbone, but it's just the execution of it is just not good. It's like a lot of things are just too on the nose. It's really too weak. It's like it's too weak of a story, and like it could have been more complex, I think. And it feels very. You know what? I'm gonna say it feels very CW-ish. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, it feels very CW-ish. You know what? Yeah. Maybe if they look at writers, maybe some of them cross over with those other shows. But I don't really look at the credits. But yeah, so I feel like it could be better. My friend did say the part 2 of the season 4 is better. So I'll see there. Also watch Atlanta. I watched a couple of them because I was behind. No, actually I only watched one. The one from 2 weeks ago. I didn't watch the one from this week technically now, but Friday. So this one dealt with Paperboy being asked to help this clothing company, like their PR, like to help them because they had made some clothes that seemed to be racist. There's like a bunch of raccoon cartoon faces on it, and now so they're trying to get him up there to be like, hey, he's black, and you can just say like how we're not racist. And they also have other black people up there too, all different kind of black people. They had a gay black guy. They had a British black woman. They had this real light skinned dude who that they don't know where he's from. I mean, they don't know what he is. They're like, I mean, he says he's black, but no. Well, Paperboy be like, he don't know if he's really black. But it was funny. I mean, it was funny. There's only some things I didn't like in it, but overall, it was funny. How they did it, how they went about it. And yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was an okay episode. Like this season, it's not as good as the other two. I know. I don't really like it as much as the other two. Like the best episode I like is the one when they weren't in it. It was the first one. Like that's my favorite episode. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just something. I mean, the season's not bad to me. It's just not. It doesn't have that same feeling of the last two seasons to me for some reason. Like it's not like it doesn't make me watch it again because sometimes I used to watch them again. Atlanta, like these, I don't really care to. But yeah, I mean it's okay, but it's not as good as the other two. And I guess we talk about Moon Knight. So how do you feel about Moon Knight? This one.
I liked this one because it was kind of finally the episode that gave you that backstory, what happened, why Mark and Steven are what they are, and how they became that way. Overall, as a thing, I'm interested to see what this last episode is going to be. If it's going to be a CG punch fest, which this doesn't seem like that series, and Loki kind of never ended up being that, despite being, a Marvel thing. So they could maybe go that similar route. But with kind of the tease that, Harrow's up there dropping all these souls that are not supposed to be up there yet, or down there yet, I guess, rather. It seems like they're going to go after him, and I don't think that's necessarily going to be a conversation. But also, like, Khonshu is still locked up, so I don't know if how does he get the Moon Knight suit, right?
Yeah. So
what'd you think?
I like the flashback. They finally got flashback, and how we just predicted that we knew that was going to happen. Like there was going to be a flashback episode, and that we found out his spoilers, like his multiple personality is literally a multiple personality. It's not two people. Mm-hmm. He created it because of the trauma he had of his mother reacting to him after his brother died and how she treated him. So. Yeah, I thought that was fine. The overall episode, though, I mean, it didn't really do. I mean, that's the only part that did something for me. But it wasn't so much like it wasn't bad episode, but it wasn't particularly great either. It just feels like, okay, this is the episode that tells me why he's the way he is. That's it. Like I think I tuned out on anything other than that. Like with the whole hippopotamus woman and shit. And the whole thing, like, oh, he may be crazy. I was tuned out. Like, and then I wanted to know what was in the other box. Yeah, I was like, okay, is that a thing or that's just there?
Which they never really even address, right? Is like they didn't notice or go back to that other sarcophagus that
Because I was thinking when they said it wasn't balanced, it's because they didn't have that guy's fault.
Right.
I thought it was going to be that. But now I'm thinking, like, so who was it when they both blacked out and didn't know what happened?
Yeah,
supposedly?
and how can his soul be balanced without even knowing about that person or balancing it out with them? Yeah, exactly. I mean, and maybe, yeah, I don't know, because I wonder how they're going to explain that also. Like, we see how Steven manifested. What was the trigger for this other character potentially having manifested?
Maybe they just don't say nothing. They're doing Star Wars, where Finn kept saying, "I gotta tell you something."
I gotta tell her something,
and never tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fine. I mean, like I was like, okay, this time, and I guess the next one's the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so then it's like, okay, so now I'm just gotta wait for the finale and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that this finale is gonna be more influential for me, I think, on how I feel about the series overall than any of the previous series so far. Like, I think,
yeah, yeah. I know what, if this is not
definitely
like a
make
good
or
ending,
break it.
Yeah, I feel that way too. It definitely can. Yeah, I definitely feel that way.
Because I think this episode did do a good job of taking it closer to Make, because like we've talked about in the past, like, we've been waiting for this episode. We've wanted to know why things are the way they are in this world, and it helps to clear them up a little bit, even though, like, at the beginning, like you said, with the crazy stuff and the going back to the some of that is still not clear to me necessarily. Like, is that then all what is being manifested in his head, and the underworld is the real world, and he's finally, come to terms with that? But if that's the case, and Steven has always been a personality, or in a different identity within him, like, why is he physically running around with him in this world that is allegedly the real world to him, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know, because
it's one of those things that I feel like the more
it's magic. Yeah. That's what you say. Like when somebody asks me how the microwave works, magic.
Why is the sky blue? Magic.
Yeah. I think if I looked at it like, well, this was a whole movie. I mean, probably not as long. Probably takes some things out. Yeah. That's a good part. Now, that's a fine part. Yeah. If I look at it as a whole, that episode's fine. Like, it's totally fine. Like I say, okay, this is good. Like, if I look at it as a whole, like, from there, well, all depends how the ending is. I just say the ending is going to be okay. Then it's fine. So I'm not really saying I dislike it, because it just ties things together. It was that's a lot of confusion, though. I mean, for me, because I honestly, like, okay, so where were they going? Like, where were they going on that ship?
So they were going, basically, they were in the underworld, and they were going to basically either heaven or hell.
Oh, okay. So
like, the
so
field
then
of reeds is heaven, and then if you get sucked down into the sand, that's hell.
So what? So he wants to go back to just to Earth, right?
Right.
And that's what she's doing now.
And that's what they're seemingly doing now. But that's another thing, is like, okay, so we saw Steven fall into the sand and die, I guess. Is that supposed to be like a metaphor for him being cured of Steven? Because, like, that's not how dissociative identity disorder works. Now, of course.
Well, I've seen that work. I mean, in TV shows.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Are we, like, how seriously are we taking that, or are we just using it as a concept to get to, the superhero-y stuff that we want to get to?
I really don't want that to be gone. I want that to be, that's a part of him.
Mm-hmm. Because Steven is an interesting character.
Yeah. If he doesn't have that, Moon Knight is just like another hero.
Right.
I mean, it's like, oh, you're a hero. This time, like, Thor's with the Greek gods. You're with the freaking Egyptian gods.
You're Egyptian Thor.
Oh, I have multiple personalities and things of that nature. That's okay. That can
definitely go some places. Yeah, especially if you were to introduce a third personality.
Exactly.
As well.
And like that's because there's a girl in Doom Patrol. That's where she has multiple personalities, like a lot of them, and it gives different abilities.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I like her. And also how they the episodes how they cope with it too. Like they went pretty deep, like how this episode was, but multiple episodes with that because that's longer. But yeah, they did a good story with that.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I can't wait to see that, and then I guess after that you're supposed to go see Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's coming out next week.
And then you go to sleep, and then you wake up for whatever. What's coming out at the end of the year?
Thor comes out in July.
Oh, wait, then you wake up for Thor, you go to sleep.
And then you go back to sleep again, and then you wake up for... Honestly, I don't know what comes out at the end of the year. Let's see.
So Avatar, is it done by Disney now?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, do they have a Marvel movie going up against that? I mean, maybe not going up against, but, coming around that same time.
Why did... Oh, yeah, because Fox had it. Damn. Ah... Son of a bitch.
Why do they have Avatar now? Well, it's weird because they've always, remember when they had the Avatar tree in Disney? Wasn't that before?
It was. That's because they knew what they were doing, Daniel. They knew this fucking deal was happening.
They knew it was coming, Dominic. They knew it was coming.
I mean, it's just like The Simpsons are in Universal Studios.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or Spider-Man used to be in Universal Studios.
Yeah. And, the Hulk? Is a Hulk coaster still in Universal Studios? They still call it a Hulk coaster or call it something else?
I think so because they still have a deal west of the Mississippi. Disney has the rights to that stuff, but east of the Mississippi, so all the Florida stuff, they still have the rights.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. Why am I not being able to find this? Upcoming.
Is Universal Studios still with Universal? Is it still part of that company?
You know what?
Or did it skip the name?
No idea, to be honest with you. I imagine so, but I don't think I really know.
I mean, I think it is, but it's just that I'd be funny, hey, this is somebody else got it. It's not really part of Universal, but they kept the name because it's a brand.
See, this is an old one. And this is showing Thor as May of this year, which, everything got pushed back one spot. But if that's the case, then the next thing that would be coming out is Wakanda Forever. And I don't think that's coming out at the beginning of this year or the end of this year. So maybe they don't have another one for the end of this year.
Oh, okay. That's good. Gotta get ready for that Avatar. Gotta get in shape.
It's so crazy, though, because they're talking
suit on
about filming is happening for Wakanda Forever and Ant-Man definitely and Guardians, but I don't know if the Marvels.
I wonder what Wakanda Forever is. I really want to know what that is.
Yeah, what story are they telling there? I mean, allegedly Riri Williams, the Iron Man, or Ironheart as she actually is in that movie. So I don't know if she is Ironheart in that movie or if it's just, kind of.
Is she going to be Black American?
Is she going to be what? Black American?
Not the character.
Playing her?
I want to know who actually playing her.
The only things I'm seeing here are Judas and the Black Messiah and If Beale Street Could Talk. And then everything else is Ironheart.
Oh, this is a different person. Oh, never mind. That's not her. That's not the person I thought it was. I don't think I ever. Well, I seen her using Back to Saya, but I just. Oh, I think she's the one who got. Yeah, she's the one who got killed.
Oh, spoilers. Let's see. Wiki. Here's her wiki.
Tradashian.
Yeah, she was born in New York. So.
Yeah. Well, no, but her.
What are her parents?
Her parents are from Trinidad.
Oh, okay. How'd you find that so quickly?
That was on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Oh, right there. All right. Yeah. So that's what's going on there.
Shit, Black Panther, man. It might help is better than the first one.
I hope the CG is better than the first one.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant, the CG. Really.
I hope they put an effort into the CG this time. They should go back and remaster the first Black Panther.
Yeah. All right. So
4K remaster.
I guess we get to what we've been playing. So you didn't play anything this week?
No, nothing this week. I didn't even get a chance to touch Tunic. This week just feels like it flew by. Like, I don't know.
Time was just flying by for me, man. Yeah. What we got? Okay, I played some of the Bugsnax because it just came out on Game Pass. Mm-hmm. I just played a little bit of it, and it seems like a cute game. It seems like a game like kids would like. That's what
How are you liking it though?
I mean, it kind of does have that like itch of like, oh, I just want to collect these things, like keep collecting new ones. And I like the ways to trap them, to get them in traps.
Is it almost like a puzzle solvey thing?
Okay, if you ever played Horizon Zero Dawn and like how you can track those metal animals and you can see what the trail is, that's what you can do in here. You see the trail, and then you can kind of put your trap there.
Detective vision.
Yeah, and there's some things you need to do more. You know, yeah, it's kind of puzzly. You have to do more to trap them. And some of them can't get in certain traps. I haven't gotten that far. I'm kind of still in the tutorial part of it. Mm-hmm. So, because I just played like 30 minutes of it just to see how it is, and I mean, yeah, it's an alright game. It's like very easy going. Kind of like I guess that Slime Rancher thing and things of that note. Mm-hmm. Not complex like Viva Pinata. I mean, Viva Pinata, it's not super complex, but it's a little more to it. You trying to build your whole thing. I don't know if they have anything like that in here. I don't know if you're just collecting bugs or snack bugs, whatever. I mean, or can you do anything else with them? Put them in farms before they can mate and have other bugs. Can you do that in this game? I don't know.
Watch where you're sticking that French fry.
Oh yeah, and when you eat them, well, I haven't ate them, but I give them to people. Well, whatever these creatures are, to eat. They're the humanoid creatures in here, the intelligent life in here, and their body parts turn into what they ate. Yeah. You see, that's a side effect. I guess it goes away after a while, and I'm like, wow, that's a hell of a side effect. I mean, it's like, I guess it doesn't hurt or nothing. Or can you eat yourself?
What kind of monster you are?
I was like, can you eat yourself? If you do that, can I bite? Like if I have a strawberry hand and bite it, or like Homer when Homer's eating himself when he had a donut hit.
Yeah.
All right, NBA 2K22 is also on Game Pass, and the nice thing that Xbox did this year that they didn't do last year was actually put both versions, the Series X version and the One X version, because they are different games. I played the Series X version. I can't really say it looks better because I have to look at the One X version again because I haven't played that. Maybe I played a demo of it, but I haven't played it in a while, and so I have I wanted to compare it, but something went wrong and I couldn't do it. But I played a game of the WNBA on there. Was the Mystics, and I started the season. I don't know if I'm going to finish it because it's just so many games to play, and I kind of do want to though. I kind of do want to play that, and it's like, I got baseball, but I said no, I'm gonna play WNBA. You know what? Because I never played that before. So, it's fun. I mean, the game is fun. I mean, I don't know how much has changed since the other games. I'm not into this. Like, my friend would have a better take on this because he plays every year, so he knows if it's better or good or worse. But for me, the WNBA stuff seemed fun, seemed good. Not that realistic because I never seen a crowd fill up the arenas at WNBA game. But I know. But I mean, you're gonna do that. You're not gonna like have this some crowd in there or something, anything like that. Even though, and I wish baseball they do that though. I kind of want them to do that in baseball because I can hear the smack. Well, you can always hear the smack of the ball. You can just change the crowd noise, but I want to be somewhat realistic. Like I said, this is too many people at an Oreo game on a weekday, on a weeknight. This is way too many people here.
That would be interesting if they had like dynamic crowds that were reflected by time of day and date and stuff like that.
Actually, I think they sort of do.
Oh.
I don't know if it was as MLB or some other game. I forgot what it was. But well, MLB has it if you're losing. I think the crowd's leaving.
the stands clear out.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
great. You're going home early,
it was something like that. It was something that's along the lines like that. Or if you suck. If you suck, you don't, I mean, the stadium's not packed. They do have that.
Okay.
I think they definitely have that. They have it if you're not good, all the seats are not filled. But they never gets it empty like how you see it. Not just in Oriole Park, because I watch, since I got MLB TV, I watch other parks. And I'm like, there's not a lot of fans here. And this ain't COVID. This was like this before COVID.
Right.
Because some people, I think a guy asked a question, actually, on a Reddit, and that was 2019. He asked that question. I was like, see, that's before COVID. And then somebody asked it like in 2020 or 2021, and people like say, "What are you, an idiot?" He said somebody say like, "It's COVID." That's like, I think the seats. I think that's when they lifted the all the regulations and stuff though. But he should have said like before the past, because yeah, it don't make sense now to do it because we know you kind of get the COVID thing. But before that, there was a lot of seats empty. I know weeknights you're not gonna get everybody because it's a weeknight. It's a work night. But I don't know. I never remember looking at like other places. Like at least there'll be a good enough amount of fans, but not just filling it up. But I shouldn't be hearing like an echo or something like that. You know, it's like it seemed like it was still more people in the park a while ago. And you know what? Ticket prices probably did it too. Ticket prices, parking, and there's parking and things of that nature. Getting down there, the hassle of going through certain traffics at different places. Like, hey, do I want to go through this now? And I gotta go to work in the morning. Do I want to do that? I guess. And like, and if the team sucks, it's like, is this worth it? Is this worth to go through this to see this team? What else? What other games I played? Oh, I played that Norway Games collection. It has 2 games. I played the game 999. It's almost like a what's that shit called? Room.
Like an escape room?
Escape room. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, escape room. It's like an escape room thing. I didn't finish it. I just saved it because I was taking a long time trying to figure out the puzzle, and then I finally figured out what I was supposed to do, and I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna stop now because I've been here too long. Because I recorded. If I put this recording up, that you're gonna see me just looking places twice and 3 times because I was like, I missed something. I said, what did I didn't do? Luckily, that wasn't Tom. Just because that's the first one. So it wasn't Tom that's really just trying to help you out to know what to do later on in the game. But it really just feels like Danganronpa. It really feels like Danganronpa to me. I mean, it's just a little difference, of course, but I mean, I like it. I mean, I like these type of games. So far, I like the whole puzzle aspect and like, oh, I'm trying to not die. So yeah. What else I played? Persona 5 Strikers. I still play. I thought I was finished with the game. I thought I was fucking finished. I was like, okay, I fought the last boss, and then I was like, oh, this end is kind of long. Like these kids, I guess it's like a long goodbye. I said, okay, some of these RPGs do that. Like, well, this is not really RPG, but it's from an RPG. Like, they have these long endings of saying goodbye and make you feel sad because you're not going to see no more. But, so, I was thinking that. It's like, okay, this is long. Come on. Say goodbye and we can end this game. I can go something else. Nope. Something went wrong, and now there's another person, or I think the AI did something. Yeah, the AI has done something to a lot of cities in Japan, and now I got to go stop it. I was like, God damn it, I thought I was done. And then a whole bunch of side missions open up too. So, oh my God. I said, no. Because I'm going to have to complete everything because I want to. Because I was like, I can't. I'm going to have, like, when I'm done, is 100% done. I'm all done everything I possibly could do. That's why I was mad. I saw the request. I was like, oh my God. I was wondering, you said, and I told you, I said, you know what? There's certain things I haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if that's for New Game Plus or what. No, it's because there's still a lot more fucking game left. That's why. Damn. All right, so. Oh, I play some VR games, of course. Not a lot. See, like these VR games, I'm not saying a lot. It's probably like, at the most, 30 minutes I might be in one. Like Cities VR that just came out, and I picked that up, and so far it's okay. Like me, I was just learning the controls. I did record some of that. I was kind of learning the controls, and like, so you're gonna see me like just kind of flip and do and mashing a button wrong, because I'm trying to get used to it. But it seems okay so far. I like it. The graphics are not great, but that's understandable for if it's just on the Quest. Like if this came from the PC, I wonder, they probably could do a better job, but I don't know if it's on PC. I don't know if it's Cities VR was just a
VR
Quest. Yeah, it's just a Quest VR one. The non-VR, of course. But yeah, it does some of the stuff I did in Cities. Like I was just in a tutorial area right now, showing you all the things you can do and like how you build your city and your zones and things of that nature, and how not to put the water, what would I say, the sewage and the everything,
right. Yeah,
the
like
drink,
downstream
the drink
and stuff. like that.
yeah, don't do that. And I was like, why? I don't care.
I don't care about these poor people down here.
Yeah, come on. And say, come on, I'm gonna do some fracking too. Just come on. I want to get that Flint, Michigan stuff happening. All right.
My goodness.
All right. Oh, I gotta mention, still not clean water up there, people. How many years ago was this?
Way too many.
Still not clean water.
God, that's the best country in the world, Alan.
Yeah, best country. All right. So yeah, it's a cool. I wonder how people who really are into VR and cities, how they feel about it. Because it doesn't take much for me to like it. Honestly, like as long as I can just build stuff and put it anywhere and make crazy shit like a crazy city or something, I'm fine. Like I can just lose myself in those kind of worlds. But I wonder how a person who's like really serious with it, how they feel if this is a good cities game. What else have I played? I played some more Swarm. I got a new ability. Oh, I think I got a new weapon, and that's pretty cool. And then new ability, I could kind of zip to the enemies now. Like you kind of like do a force zip to them, and that does damage to them. So that's cool. Like that game is just so much fun. Like just swinging up around and just shooting the damn spaceships and shit like that. Like that's pretty. It's pretty cool. Space War Beat Saber. I got like somebody put up My Chemical Romance songs. I think they just put up. I only got one. I didn't look through all the albums. I was looking at some of the top songs that people had up there, and then I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, I had that album. I forgot the song it was. I think it was the March song.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The Black Parade, is that supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big popular one.
Yeah. So, of course. So that's why it was on the popular songs list. I played some more. Darn, I can't remember. What was it? Linkin Park, and it wasn't Linkin Park. It was, what's the other group I said was up here? Is it
the one from Imagine Dragons?
No, not them. No. Oh, that is up there. I did find that. Yeah. Somebody put that up there. I did get that. But this is actually a licensed one that's actually, Beat Saber's actually got them. Damn.
Billie Eilish?
Well, I did play one of hers too, but it wasn't it. Damn, what the fuck is the
group? Fallout Boy?
Yes, Fallout Boy and someone else.
Let's see who they got on here now. Lady Gaga?
No, it's not a lady. It's not a woman.
Skrillex.
It's a group of
Green
men.
Day.
Green Day, yes, that's what it was. Okay. Green Day. Yeah, that game it's fun. I cheat though because you can put modifiers, and sometimes I make it so there's no arrows, and I can just hit them any way I want to. Yeah. Or I take it where there's no like obstacles, so I have to duck and move. Mm-hmm. But I try it out first the normal way, and then I say, okay, what I want to change, because I already saw this man an expert. I guess this is ridiculous. I said this is ridiculous. How the hell are you supposed to? Yeah, I did the Black Parade one. My God, it gets crazy.
Yeah,
and like I was like, how the hell am I supposed to sweep my arms this fast? I was like, this is ridiculous. What else did I play? You gotta
get the attachment so you can make it a double-ended lightsaber and then swing it around like Darth Maul. How do you feel?
I couldn't find any Michael Jackson songs. Like the only ones I found was like remixes. I mean, they put up some other licensed songs. I was like surprised. Maybe it's easy to find Michael Jackson. Maybe that's like one of the big ones.
Michael Jackson's estate is like, nope, get that shit off of here.
Oh, what were you about to say?
I was just gonna say, like, as far as like you've been spending a lot of time with VR lately, how do you feel about it, like as a health thing? Like, are you feeling like you're getting more exercise by doing it at all, or is it not really that?
I do. I mean, yeah, you can like like you got the apps like Supernatural or Fit VR. They do.
I mean, that's the intention of those. I just wondered because, like, even Beat Saber, I feel like is a pretty decent workout.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, Beat Saber.
I mean, I guess that's why, like, it feels like all those Supernaturals and all those are just basically variants of Beat Saber anyway.
Of other games, just all in one. And you got, I played about Supernatural. I do like Supernatural better than Fit VR. And I think I come to terms with that. And I think I put for like a week trial. I might end up getting it because I do want it.
You said the Fit VR is free or just cheaper?
Oh no, it's just cheaper. It was just cheaper. I just tried it for like free for 5 days. That's what it was. I don't know why they could give you a whole week. I was like, what the Supernatural gives you a whole week? Well, actually, depends what plan you pick. If you pick the yearly plan, you get a whole week. The other plan, I think it was 3 days or 5 days. I don't know. But anyway, like Beat Saber, like the way you move, you definitely work out. The Synthrider, that's kind of like Beat Saber, and I mean, it's like like Swarm. And now Swarm, I mean, you kind of moved around. You can kind of stand still. I mean, if you just kind of move like the camera around, but you kind of like turning and turning your body. Like you move your body, but I don't know. I would say like it's a workout. I guess it can be, but not really a workout.
I guess.
Cities VR, no, because I sat down. I was sitting in a chair playing that.
I mean, I guess it can be anything, right? Like there are definitely games that'll give you a workout, but there are also experiences where you can play them seated and you're moving your arms a little bit, but they aren't too intense. And
like Pistol Whip is kind of a workout too.
I was gonna say that's got to be a workout because I know playing what's the other one that's kind of like that? Super Hot was definitely got to be a workout.
All right. So, I also played some more Quake VR. Like I play a lot more now. And that's pretty fun, man. It's pretty cool. It's like, oh man, this is what I imagined as a kid. Like if I was in the world of Doom or something like that. Like this pixelated world, like you're just inside of it. And just shooting these monsters. But
is movement on that through the stick, or are you doing like the teleport kind of thing?
The stick. And I don't know if I changed controls or not.
Okay.
Because I don't like teleporting. I always change. I usually always change my controls to move smoothly. And
that doesn't make you feel queasy at all.
Nah. See, that's the thing. The VR so far has not made me feel anything. The most I get is discomfort from just the headset itself. Right. But I fixed that. I found out I was just wearing it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have none of that. Like, oh man, I'm sick, and I was like, I'm so glad I don't, because if I did, it's like, God
that's
damn it.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'll just have a bucket next to me and just keep throwing up there.
This is worth it.
So yeah, the Quake playing through that. I think I stopped because I couldn't figure out where the key was or something. I was like, oh man, I can't find it. And but that's why I just said I quit. I got to cheat and see where the hell the key is. Yeah, it's just cool. Just walking through that world. It's just, and I did download the Half-Life one, but I haven't tried it out yet. Nice. So I'm really curious about that. Oh man, those what they call it? Those head sucker things.
Oh yeah, the face crabs.
Oh my god, those face crabs. Oh my god, they're gonna scare the shit out of me. They're gonna be ready to be stuck on your face.
You are definitely going to end up smacking yourself in the face. You're going to smack the headset with the controllers, though.
Yeah. All right. That's all. So I guess we'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. And now we're flashbacking to 2012. This is the last week in March. We got a few games here. We got Bloodforge for the Xbox Live Arcade, which is, I've seen the cover. I remember this. I just don't know what the game looks like. It says it's a hack and slash action game, and it was published by Microsoft Studios. Let me see. Bloodforge.
And developed by Climax Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I remember this game a little bit. It's like a third-person action hack and slash. You got like the kind of like Norse looking, where you're like a Viking looking guy, but you got like a deer skull over your head or something like that. Like that look to it.
Okay, is it side scrolling or?
It looks like it's like over the shoulder. Yeah.
Oh shucks, where the wiki at? Did it get any decent scores?
Let's see. I'm not seeing scores.
I'm seeing 40% on Metacritic.
Yeah, 42. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, 42. Yeah, 4 out of 10 from IGN. Ooh,
rough. Yeah, that's not good.
All right, so iOS finally gets Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So
the last good Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah. I wonder if that's probably not still up there, right?
I can't imagine it is. Not in a way that you could play it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I was like the license shit. The Walking Dead episode 1, A New Day. Wait a minute. Is this is wait a minute.
I was gonna say, is that what I think it is, Dominic? It sure seems like it.
Oh my god, this is the anniversary. This is a 10-year anniversary of The Walking Dead episode 1. This is when they used to
fantastic.
Just come out like bi-monthly, maybe sometimes monthly or bi-monthly or tri-monthly. I mean, I don't know.
I was gonna say or quad monthly. Yeah,
but yeah, it was like 5 episodes for the first one, and yeah, because I played this when it finally got first. I think I played it on PC, and I played it on Xbox too. But I think I bought the Xbox one. Yeah, okay, I bought the Xbox one, and yeah, I played that episode 1 like a billion times. Like, because I got every way that you can finish it. I was like, I got all these saves ready for episode 2. Man, like that this year, like that the whole summer, I was just like, man, I can't wait for another episode. I can't wait for another episode. And yeah, that game was incredible at the time. Like, because I love point and click games, and this was just a new way of doing them. It wasn't really a whole lot of puzzle stuff, but the story was good, and I did like the choices. I mean, I like choice like in Mass Effect. I like
still can't believe you let Duck die, Dominic.
This is sometimes I did
let him crush under that tractor or whatever.
But yeah, that game, it got you emotional. Like, say, oh no, do I live this person? Like, and then it got you emotional because you thinking like, who's gonna live and die? So I was like, I'm gonna be with that reporter lady. I say, I'm gonna be with her, and then she dies. I said, oh gosh, shot her in the face. It's like, what motherfucker? Yeah. I was like, okay, there's another choice where she can live. What do I have to do? And then I realized that there wasn't. I said, no.
Yeah, the writing in that game is just incredible.
Yeah. Yep, this is when like Telltale really just took off. This is what they got huge. And it all came crashing down.
I mean, it really is so crazy how, like, it took a while for them to build up steam. Like, they released those Jurassic Park and the Back to the Future and the Sam & Max games. But yeah, once they hit Walking Dead, it was like off to the races. Then they had the Batman and all the rest of them.
Yeah,
and then you started to see like Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's like,
So now, like, you were just waiting for like, okay, what license they're gonna get now? And
then, of course, Wolf Among Us, I have to mention, because that game's great too. And then it just all went away. Like, I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to the podcast, but wasn't that just like out of nowhere? Wasn't that a complete surprise? That just like all of a sudden people tried to go to the building and it was like, no, we're closed.
Yeah,
we're bankrupt now.
I think it was. I think it was a surprise for the workers too. Yeah.
It's so fucking wild.
Also, we got there's no point in mentioning that one. Who cares? But I'll just say it. Deus Ex Human Revolution Ultimate Edition came out for the Mac, so Mac users got to play it. All 5 of them. You can play Scarface on your iOS now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Binary Domain.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
It is a big one, but I'm surprised this is the first one. It has to be. It came out before. Yeah, it came out in February.
Okay.
2012. And I
guess I feel like we did.
We did talk about it. Yeah, because I said like how I got it free on PlayStation Network, and I played it. And I was like, oh man, this is almost like Gears. It's actually pretty good. I already talked about. No, I didn't. This is Risen 2: Dark Waters came out, and Risen is a RPG. It's a mediocre RPG and action RPG. I think it's like
the pirates.
That's what this one looks like.
Oh yeah, look at that! It is pirates.
Yeah, because the other one wasn't. It was just like what was it like knights and more like mystical stuff like that.
Cashing in off that Pirates of the Caribbean money down. Okay. Yeah,
it got a 69 on PC. It got a real low score on PS3, and Xbox got a 60.
Man, PS3 was doing it wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's what the time when like some games just like the ported games weren't done very well on a PS3 sometimes. I mean,
processor
quite a few times. I mean, because I mean, I don't know. People that either want to take the time to work on it, or it's just I have no idea.
Notoriously difficult to whatchamacallit to program for.
All right, so what we got here? I'm not going to mention that. Terra. That's okay. I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this cover a lot of this. And what is this game? Oh, it's a massively multiplayer online game. And what you do in this game? Terra is a typical MMORPG, features such as questing, crafting, blah 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 blah. Does anything different? And the combat uses a real-time battle system that incorporates third-person camera view. Player targets an enemy with the crosshair cursor rather than clicking or tabbing an individual opponent. The players need to actively dodge enemy attacks. A keyboard and mouse or a control pad can be used to control the character. Okay, so what else? Let me see what else they got here. They got a 77, and it also came out for PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, wow, Xbox One.
I mean, it got lower scores: 68 on PS4, 63 on Xbox One. It seemed like a decent, massively multiplayer game. I wonder if it's still up. I'm sure it's probably still up.
It's so crazy to think about, like, all of these MMOs that came out that, like, must have taken an insane amount of work and may even possibly still be around, but no one ever talks about them.
Yeah.
Like, you hear about Final Fantasy, you hear about World of Warcraft. You don't even really hear about Knights of the Old Republic anymore.
No, you don't.
And they're still releasing content, aren't they? Like, didn't they release something relatively recently?
I don't remember.
There was that trailer where I was like, "Oh, look at this new game," and then I was like, "Oh, this is Knights of the Old Republic content. I don't care about this." I think that was only like a couple months ago that they either announced it or released it.
Yeah, I feel like you did say something about that. Yeah. All right, Sniper Elite V2 was released this week.
Shoot some people in the balls, watch them explode in X-ray mode,
and it got okay scores: 70 out of 100 on PS3, 66 on PC, and 67 on 360. The Wii U one got a real low score. Well, not real low, but 58 out of 100. Then it came on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch got it for 65 out of 100, and Xbox One got a 73 out of 100. I think I see only one high score. Game Informer gave it an 8.25. That's like the highest score I see for it. All right. The Cypher games, I think, I always just think of, like, what was that? Oh, it's nothing like this game, but for some reason I always think of it. It's that game that came on the PS2. I think it's an arcade game. Like, you go on you hold a real sniper gun. Well, not a real sniper gun, but you hold a sniper gun and you actually really are sniping people through the windows and stuff like that. What is that? Is it called Scope or something? Yes, Silent Scope.
Okay.
Yeah, I always think of that game. And then when I finally did play like a Sniper Elite game, I was like, oh, okay, it's still like tactical stealth. So that's not my thing. But I was like, okay, for some reason I kept thinking it's like a Silent Scope type of thing.
I think I always confuse Silent Scope with Siphon Filter. for some reason.
Okay. Oh, I see from the cover you can.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
And I mean, you did snipe in that game too. All right. So where I'm at here, I'm at the The Legend of Dragoon came to PlayStation Network, and that's the RPG that was actually published by Sony.
Mm-hmm.
And I think developed in studio. And it was all right. It was an okay game. I played it. I liked it. They just never continued with it. I don't
Final Fantasy killer.
Yeah, but but I don't think it. I think it's still sold okay. I think it's all on the charts when I look at Game Informer. But yeah, I was a little surprised. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a part 2. At least try that out. But I guess not. See, that's PlayStation had. I mean, you think like, oh man, they got a lot of studios. Man, they had a lot of stuff back then too, man. That on the PlayStation, like they were more diverse in the games that came out. Like now you're mostly getting games that are like, Uncharted and like they're like movie style or like Horizon, but still like it's a single player experience and very cinematic. Like that's what you see a lot from their games now. But they're very diverse, like back in the day with all types of games. And it seems like they may be trying to get back to that, but I don't know. Or they just buy studios and they'll do it just like Xbusters. Where are we at now? I guess that is. Oh no, I got one more. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition came out PS Vita.
Yeah, I bought that. It was all right. Didn't look as great as the console versions, but still did most of what you wanted it to do.
Oh, play it on the go. All right. So that is it for 2012, and now we're going back 20 years to 2002, and we got Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube. This came up. This is the 20th anniversary of that game.
That's crazy.
I was so jealous that GameCube had that. I was like, why they get to have this good-looking remake of the game when you have the PlayStation 2, which is the most superior console? Why is that?
PlayStation 2 couldn't handle those graphics. Though.
Yeah, that's whatever. But I was like, good God. I used to be so jealous looking at the screenshots of that game in magazines. It's like, oh my God, look how good this game looks. Even though I'll be scared as hell to play it, but I'll at least play like the first few seconds till a zombie scared me, and then I'll stop. But at least I say, hey, I played some of it. But yeah, I mean, you had this game, right?
Yeah, that was the first Resident Evil game I ever really bought. I played like Resident Evil 1 when I borrowed it from a friend and was trying to get a PS1 emulator working on my PC at one point, and it just did not go well. And then this was announced, and I was very excited. And then like I booted it up, and they do like this like I don't know what you call it, but like this loading screen almost, where you see this zombie like laying there under like a sheet, and then he slowly starts to get up, and it just gets shot and falls back down. But it like scared the shit out of me. And that was before the game even started. I was like, oh my God. And then, yeah, just because they used those pre-rendered backgrounds still, that game looked fucking incredible. Like, it was amazing. Like, I didn't see anything else at that time that looked as good as that game. And then you realize, oh, that's because, you know, these are pre-manufactured backgrounds and you can't move the camera around. And the controls kind of suck still. But they did have an option for you to change the controls where your, like, run forward was on R. And that actually worked out really well because then you could, you know, turn while also still moving forward, which was kind of a problem that you had in the original Resident Evil. And then it also added like the red zombies, where if you don't burn their bodies after you kill them, they might come back as like more powerful zombies. So that game was just intimidating as all get out. Like it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, people love this remake, and they were like, yeah, we want more of this. And like, they were thinking like, yeah, but we never, it took a while to, we got, when did 4 didn't come out? Yeah, 4 didn't come out yet.
No, 4 didn't come out yet.
So, yeah, man, I mean, and I guess that's when that really changed things, because I was still thinking like it's going to be like Resident Evil 1 Remake, like, okay, the next game is going to be similar to that, because we'll have those graphics. They realized they want to really just change the game. All right. And what we got here? Transworld Surf. It's a surfing game. I remember seeing this on the Xbox. Man, that title has a whole new meaning now. That people thinking like, what we talking about here? All right, so it got a decent score, 76 out of 100 on PS2 and Xbox.
That's not bad.
And 68 out of 100 for GameCube.
Was this better than Kelly Slater's surfing?
It probably. Let me see Game Informer. Game Informer didn't like Kelly. Well, they only have it up here.
Oh wow.
They didn't record it, but oh no, they did the Xbox version. Okay, they did Xbox and GameCube version. Oh, they didn't like it. 5.5. So I don't know if it's better because they didn't like Kelly Slater's either.
Yeah.
They said the Xbox version was nominated for GameSpot's annual Best in Game Water Award at the Best and Worst of 2001 awards, which went to Wave Race Blue Storm.
Wave Race's water on GameCube was friggin' incredible, man. Like, it really was.
Yeah.
Like, the gameplay wasn't as fun as the 64 one, if I recall correctly, but, like, the water looked amazing.
Did it have the booty shaking, like the commercial said from the first game?
I don't remember that, honestly. They used the water physics on the booties.
All right, and a big one that came out 20 years ago, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. I did not know about Elder Scrolls until 4. Honestly, I did. Now, I've seen the game. I've seen this, but it just went like in the back of my mind because it was a PC game. It's like, oh, it's probably one of those boring PC games my dad used to play, which they were. But now I like
definitely one that I saw on like whatever it was called before it was G4 TV, like one of the predecessors to that, Tech TV, or there was another one.
Yeah, it was another one too. Yeah.
But yeah, like one of those one of those.
Was it like it came from a college, or they had some like almost like it was on a campus or something? I forgot. I think where my dad lived at, maybe it was getting some DC, one of those campuses. Seemed like they had their channel, and they had shit like that too up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean this is really big. I mean, people even when they talk about 4, they talked about this one also, like how good it was. I say, oh, I might want to try it, and now I can because it's free on Game Pass. But I'm never going to do that because I don't have no time. All right, so we got Ninja Commando. First came to arcades in Japan. Now, this game, I think eventually came on the Nintendo, I want to say. The Neo Geo. No, the Neo Geo. It was a Neo Geo game.
Okay.
And it came on the Neo Geo. And it got some, I saw like people reviewed it like they liked it. It was a pretty good game. I never heard of it. But when I looked it up, it seemed like,
I'm not familiar with it.
Seemed all right. And the big one that came out 30 years ago, here's the 30th anniversary of Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. I had this game. I got this game. What's this? 1992? Shucks. 97? I got it because I traded my Metroid 2 for that. And because I was like, I don't like this Metroid game. Let me get Kirby. and yep, I played the hell out of that Kirby game. Because I don't know why I liked it so much, honestly. Maybe because it was definitely easier than Metroid 2. Because Metroid 2, I got lost and I didn't know what to do. But yeah, it was one of those hot Game Boy games. Oh man, Game Boy.
Yeah.
And that's it. So now we know that it's going to be a new month since by the time we do another podcast, it'll be May. So you know what I like to do? I like to show off the magazine covers for that year. So first up, we're going to 10 years ago, 2012, to Nintendo Power. And we got Pokemon Conquest on the front here. And I never knew that. I probably heard of this game. It just went away. And it must have just not think about it.
I forgot this game existed.
It's a strategy tactical game made by Koei Tecmo guys. Because same guys who done probably like the Kenshi games or something like that. Like there was also some Dynasty Warrior Tactics too games. And yeah, it didn't turn out to be pretty good. I think they got decent reviews for this game. It came on a DS. Yeah, I'd never heard of this game. And then like look how serious the guy is. Like this does not fit Pokemon to me. It does not. And I don't get the armor stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they fight too. Maybe they fight alongside the Pokemon. I have no idea. All right, I wonder what's the story. Like, did these two worlds, the Dynasty Warriors, collide with the Pokemon world or something? Like, what happened?
I don't know, because like the other characters on the cover of this game are like wildly different. Like you have like British looking military outfits. It almost seems like it's, different nations at war with each other with Pokemon.
And probably does it look like different time periods too?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe, Pokemon just started going through some dimensions and going through different times in the world.
I'm giving them too much credit, Dominic. Pokemon just exist perpetually, forever.
All right, what do they have here? The Last Story, Mario Tennis Open, Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's that rhythm game.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed 3, Retro City Rampage. Wait a minute, what's Retro City?
Retro City Rampage.
It is Retro City Rampage. Okay, let's make it short because I was like, I think that's the title.
That's the one that's like the top-down Grand Theft Auto, old school Grand Theft Auto thing, I think.
Darksiders 2 and Bomb Monkey. What the hell is Bomb Monkey?
Bomb Monkey. It's a monkey with a bomb. Oh my god.
It's not
It's the evolution of Ape Escape.
Super Monkey Ball? Well, it's not him. Bomb. That's a.
Or it's just Tetris.
Is there a new version? Because I'm looking at like the version that looks very old, like an old game.
The one I'm seeing is. It looks like an eShop game. It's pixel art, but it looks relatively new and clean.
Oh, is that what this is? Like the Tetris looking thing?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, maybe it is, but it does look. I mean, okay, so that's what it is. Oh, I'm just surprised they're really showing it off on a cup. May have it on the cover here. Same games.
It was hard times, Dominic.
Oh yeah, it is. This is like the end of the Wii.
This was
and
Nintendo.
Wii U is out. All right, so where we at? Game Informer. We got Master Chief on the front, and look at this nice painting right here. This.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of painting is this, Daniel? What's this? Is this watermark? What is it?
This is definitely oil paint.
Oil paint. Okay.
And it's using an impressionist aesthetic from the Renaissance.
Thank you. This is the Halo 4. Like, we continue with 343 Studios. They already did the remake, and it's like, okay, so let's see if they can do a whole new game. And I liked it. I mean, the story was very confusing, but it was. I enjoyed the game.
Yeah, I thought the gameplay of 4 was cool.
Yeah, the gameplay was cool. But it seemed like the story just went away after, like, when it got to 5. 5 and 5 was just a shit show. Like, as far as story, like, I just don't know. I still haven't read I think I did read the wiki, and I still did not like what I was reading. Like, I was like, this is not good. But yeah, I was excited for this. So yay, Master Chief's back. But I was excited to see like what they were going to do different. I was like, oh, is this going to suck now, or like who's the 343 guys? And then they did all right. Yeah. All right, so now we got the official Xbox magazine. And we got The Witcher 2 on the front. Like, Witcher 2 is finally coming to the console. And after being on PC, is Sex Swords and Saving the Kingdom. The first review of Xbox's next killer RPG is a world exclusive. And
we're wrong.
They also got Max Payne 3, hands-on with Rockstar's bold, brutal shoot-'em-up. And horror comes to Xbox. Resident Evil and Silent Hill reviewed. Into our Minecraft, Mass Effect 3, and Waking the Dead. That's what that looked like, it said.
It does say that.
Yeah. Okay. What is that? What the hell is that? I think they said it wrong. Is there a Waking the Dead game? Or that's
gory details on Xbox exclusive Deadlight.
Oh, okay. How do you read that? I can't see that shit. It's Witcher 2 on the consoles wasn't. I played it. I was like, man, this is definitely not the PC version. Like, this is nowhere near close. Like, like I could see somebody playing that and thinking like, oh, this is not that great a game. But if that's all you had and didn't really can compare it to anything else, maybe you liked it. But the combat, that was really the weak point of Witcher 2. I mean, that's the weak point of 3, but it was better. But 2, the combat was not that great. It was not that good. But I love the story. So that's what really kept me going in both of those games. All right, so that is it for no, it's not. Edge Magazine.
Yeah.
And the last one for 2012, and they got Alien on the front here.
Yeah, they do.
And
it's cool looking cover.
What's this? Aliens, Colonial Marines. Oh yeah, the best Alien game. Yeah, it's about to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it says Game Over.
Randy
Aliens, Colonial
Pitchford's
Marines,
Aliens,
and the Resurrection.
Colonial Marines.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said Randy Pitchford's Aliens, Colonial Marines.
It says, and the resurrection of sci-fi's deadliest horror. Inside Quantic Dream's next-gen PS3 tech. Oh, well, which one was that? Was it, what's it called? What's the supernatural
Two
one?
Souls?
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls. Yeah, I think it's gotta be that, because I don't remember talking about that game. Hype, Assassin's Creed 3, Steel Battalion, Heavy Armor. I forgot about that game. Lollipop Chainsaw, yay. Fable the Journey.
They need a remaster of Lollipop Chainsaw.
Is Fable the Journey, that's the Kinect game?
Yeah.
Okay. The best Fable.
Yes.
What is this?
Deadlight.
Deadlight?
The same as that
okay.
Xbox
Deadlight.
one, seems like.
And Halo 4.
Yep.
All right.
Good thing they know how to design good covers, because they really chose the worst game out of that whole list of games.
Well, it had potential, Daniel.
Sure.
It wasn't a shit show yet.
Was this? Did a Borderlands game already release? It did, right?
Yeah, point? I think one did.
Yeah. So people should have had hope, or could have had hope.
Now we're going 20 years ago to Nintendo Power. We got Spider-Man in the front, exclusive GameCube premiere. Also, you got the 2001 Nintendo Power Award winners. You also get a sneak peek at Vex and Turok Evolution.
Yeah, Vex, buddy.
What is that?
Vex is like a weird, furry, ratchet-looking dude, but he has like claws and could glide.
Okay.
It's poor man. It's what we had on the GameCube, Dominic, to fulfill our Ratchet and Clank needs.
Feature GameCube and Game Boy Advance reviews. You got Spy Hunter, Burnout, Tactics Org, The Night of Lotus. Oh yeah, Tactic Orgs. Yeah, people like that. Now, this is like a sequel, right? This is the first one or the sequel?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it must have been a sequel. Well,
I knew there was a Tactics Org. I just didn't know which. I know.
Yeah, because there were Game Boy games. There was Super Nintendo game.
So
but it could have been them just re-releasing it over and over and over again.
And they got some games down here: ESPN, MLS, Extra Time, Virtual Striker. Oh, okay, all these are soccer games. It look like. Oh well, you got some. Here's some baseball. All-Star
Tactics
Baseball.
Ogre, Let Us Cling Together. Let Us Cling Together.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, NBA Courtside.
2010.
All right. So now we're going to Game Informer in 2002, and we got Ratchet and Clank on the front. I had this magazine. Yeah, from the creators of Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank, an intergalactic adventure for PS2. I was so excited because I love Jack and Daxter. I was like, oh yes, another platformer. I was like, take that, Mario, because y'all haven't got a Mario platformer on the GameCube yet. I mean, it just came out, but I don't care. I was like, yeah, you ain't got no really good platformers, and PlayStation's just kicking your ass.
And then Mario Sunshine came out, and that was still true.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, at first I was like, oh man, they got Mario Sunshine. It looks kind of neat, and then I was like, then I played it, and it's like, I don't know. This is not Mario 64. I was like,
it's definitely not Mario 64.
Rygar returns. Tecmo reanimates an 8-bit classic, and
I always heard Rygar was awesome.
Yeah, I
he
heard
was
the
original God of War, Dominic.
I played it. It wasn't for me. It's a little too stiff. But I think I probably played. If I played it when it first came out, maybe I would like it more. But I think I played some other games. I don't know. I probably still wouldn't have liked it as much because I like Devil May Cry. I would say, oh, this is kind of slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why I tried it out is because I saw good reviews for it. I think I'm going to GamePro in 2002, and better on the front lines. Not as good as Ally Assault, but it's all like I played. So I love that game. It was the first time I stormed Normandy Beach, and it won't be the last time. But this is like the first game I ever played that I stormed Normandy Beach on. I was like, oh my god! Like I should say, oh my god, this is Saving Private Ryan. This is Saving Private Ryan. Oh my god! Look, I just not seeing people guts though, and no blood, but it was a better
Medal
war.
of Honor respected the troops down.
Exactly. They said they weren't going to do blood or anything. People just, they said out of respect, and then they were like, years later, fuck respect. We're going bloody as hell. It's like actually, I don't know in the World War II games what they do now. The ones now, because they end up just doing going to future war and modern war.
I think there is blood in like Vanguard and some of the other ones that they did earlier.
Did it show like the people like the intestines coming out there?
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think there's like gore.
There's a guy walking around while looking for his arm.
Oh no!
Okay. I just want to know when that guy went to pick it up. Maybe he's just shocked.
What did he think was going to happen?
Yeah, I'm going to throw this back
in there.
Yeah,
put it back in. Yep.
All right. So what it had? Oh, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. They got Spider-Man.
Can we talk about how bad the PS2 logo is, Dominic?
Well, that is a bad logo. that is a bad logo. Yeah, I don't like it. I have to agree with you there. You got Kingdom Hearts, Hot Shots Golf 3, Ages Under Fire, Rally Sport Challenge, All-Star Baseball 2003, Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And what is this? Fraud Cross 2002? Oh, this must be something like in the magazine.
Protocross.
Oh no, Lane Pro. Okay, Lane, not Lane Pro. Oh no, not Lane.
Not Lane Pro.
State of Emergency, Virtual Fighter 4, great game. Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku. I have no idea if that's a good game or not, but Dragon Ball Z people will buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, now we're going to PlayStation Magazine, the unofficial PlayStation Magazine.
Oh yeah.
You know what? No, I didn't look at the official one.
I did not either. Let me see while you're looking at that.
Okay, the unofficial one has Onimusha 2 on the front. Are we seeing a 2? It felt like just one didn't. This came out like the year before. But yes, this yeah. You know what? I forget. This is a time when games they can come out with sequels pretty quick. They seem to come pretty quickly, not just every like 4 years or 3 years. Well, so every 2 years was great. You have Grand Theft Auto 3, Mastered This, Top Secret Tricks to Pro Players Only. This is like April. The game came out like last year. They're just find the top secrets. All right. You have PS2, Ready for Online, when, how much, and the first 30 games. Oh man, yes, we gonna finally get to play online, Daniel.
Yeah.
Gonna finally get to play with people on the consoles. What we have here? Beaten, Blood Omen 2, Rule the World with our Unstoppable Strategy Guide. And Tekken 4. We got Tomb Raider Reborn. I think I got Tekken 4. I think I actually picked that up. Yeah. I mean, it was okay. I think I was Tekken out. I think I was getting Tekken out by then. Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, plus Kingdom Hearts, Need for Speed, and tons more. What did it say? Warning, eye-popping graphics inside. Oh, man. Yeah, need that warning.
Eye-popping graphics on the cover.
Yeah, you get sued.
Bazinga.
You get sued if they ain't warn you with that. Okay, this take too long. All right, so how was the PlayStation 1?
I put it on there. It's okay. It's just another one with Spider-Man on it.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Spider-Man the movie.
Okay, now that was it for 2002. So now we're going back 30 years to GamePro, and we got Splatterhouse 2 on the front. I never played Splatterhouse. I mean, I've seen it around on the Genesis, but I never touched it. I don't think it was because I was scared, because I don't really scared of games then.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. This is bigger and better than ever. Tips and texts and passwords. The days of passwords.
Yeah.
60 top tricks, plus New Game Busters, Final Fantasy II, and Batman on Genesis. New carts, Darkwing Duck, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, which is what's it called? What was the subtitle of that one?
Turtles in Time, is it?
Yeah, that's basically Turtles in Time.
It is Turtles in Time. Okay.
Yeah. Alicia Dragoon? If I see the cover, I feel like I heard that name before, but I gotta see the cover. I don't know what that is. Faceball 2004? I'm guessing that's like extreme baseball or something? What is this?
It's Facebook crossed with baseball.
Out of This World. Is that a game? Or
yes.
Okay. Out of This World. I don't know what that is.
It's I think it's a side-scrolling like adventure game. If it's what I think it is.
Plus Mighty Magic 2, and for the Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Oh, times 2, I guess to say. Might and Magic. Oh my God, you're gonna see that title. Like, this is only 92. You're gonna see that so much through the years. Different type of games. All right, Street Fighter 2, the Champion Edition. Oh, that's the one I had. New for the arcades. Oh, darn, new for the arcades, man. And The Simpsons Summer Fun with 3 new games and on 5 systems. Too cool, man. You got anything? Anything I look at? Oh, wait a minute.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. Now let's get to the gaming news. So what we got, Dan?
All right, Dominic. So we talked last week about Sonic Origins, but with that comes some bad news this week. They are going to be delisting Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic CD from most platforms going forward, so your only option will be to purchase the Sonic Origins collection. We saw that recently with like the Grand Theft Auto remasters, which ended up being awful, so that really sucks. They are going to remain on the Sega Ages collection. Sonic 1 and 2 will remain there on the Switch, and then as we talked about last week, there is the Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis library as part of the Nintendo Online expansion pack, and that will remain. I forgot that it was only Sonic 2 that was up there, and they didn't have like Sonic 1 or Sonic and Knuckles at least.
Was there something to get Sonic 2 free? Because my friend said he didn't buy it. He said he had it, but I thought he bought it, and I was like,
there could have been on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the expansion pack stuff, I don't think so. Like, if it was on PC, I'd be like, oh, yeah, you probably got like a Humble Bundle.
I think he just forgot. Because I was like, he said, I didn't pay for it.
Sonic trap sometimes. Yeah. Or it could just be, I mean, unless he tried it and saw it, it might just be like there's a trial version or something that he downloaded that lets you play like the Sega Ages version.
I didn't know they had trial versions for those. There
might be. I don't recall off the top of my head if there is that a thing, but there's definitely been that kind of thing with other games like that, like the classic games where it's like, here, try it out. You can play this one for 10 minutes or whatever, and then locks it back up. But that sucks. I mean, this just fuels all the people that are like, this is what happens when you have digital-only games, and I hate that because I like my digital-only games and want to believe that digital-only games will persist forever, but, you know, unfortunately, you and I both know that's not the case. But that's why, preserving them is very important, Dominic, and if you know what I mean by preserving them, wink, wink, all I have to say is R. R.
R. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing, right? If stuff like this is going to happen, then that's our only recourse as customers, is to find other means of getting them. And you know what? Sometimes you have to
make a time machine and go buy it back when it came out.
Buy it on the disc when it came out, like you should have to begin with, even though that disc version is probably complete trash because they patched it 7 times afterwards. Yeah, the video games are bad, Dominic, apparently. Yeah, speaking of bad games, Dominic, Balan Wonderworld.
Oh yeah. I remember this game.
Yuji Naka's game. Also speaking about Sonic, was creator of Sonic. That game came out and was universally bashed because it was not very good, at least based on the demo I played. I can agree with most of those reviews. But apparently he had actually been released from the game, and Square Enix kicked him out. And he had sued them. There was a lawsuit, and now that stuff is over, apparently he can talk about it a little more. There's an interview that he had. There's a translation from Video Game Chronicles. One of the quotes that stuck out to me was, "Personally, I believe it is a true disgrace that Balan Wonderworld was released in the state that it was in. I wanted to show the world an action game in its proper light. Therefore, I believe that Square Enix and Zest are, I think that's like the producer of the game or something.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Are companies that care about neither games nor their fans." Ooh. Which, I mean, we already knew that about Square Enix, so it's not surprising at all.
Well, they care about Final Fantasy.
Do they though, Dominic?
I mean, not the last one that came out, but people love the remake.
Yeah, I mean, people do. I mean, that doesn't mean it's good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. I mean, why did they let him go in the first place? It sounds like there were like two main reasons that he basically was combative against them, because one, they had like a YouTuber doing some music, and that took the credit away from the actual composer of the music in promotional spots. And then there was something, it was basically like the state of the game at the time, I think. And that's why they parted ways, where he was unceremoniously released from the game. I don't know, man. Like, this game is a game that seems like from design up doesn't seem like a particularly great game. And perhaps Square Enix saw the writing on the wall and was like, this isn't a good game. He's not making a good game. Why should we put any effort into making it a non-buggy bad game?
Yeah, I don't know which is true. Is it because of Square Enix, or is it because, like you said, they
were like,
because
let's cut our losses here. Let's not put any more work into this piece of trash. I don't know. I don't want to, just outright bash his game, but it doesn't seem like, they interfered with the design of the game. It just seems like they,
Well, maybe the enemies were supposed to actually do something more. I'm just saying.
You were supposed to be able to do something other than press one button.
Yeah, because his that game was horrible.
It was
the little bit I played. It was pretty bad.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he was like, it improves at the end. And yeah, I mean, like this other quote he has here, improving a game until the very end is what being a game creator is all about. And if that's not possible, something's wrong. I asked my lawyer to negotiate my just being able to comment until the end of production, but their refusal led me to file suit. I think that the resulting Balan Wonderworld and critical reception it received have a lot to do with what happened. I'm really disappointed that a project I worked on from the start turned out this way. I personally regret that Balan Wonderworld was released to the world in an unfinished state. I wanted to consider all kinds of things and release it as a proper action game. I don't think that Square Enix or as Zest value games and their fans. So, yeah, I don't know where I sit on this. Like, it doesn't seem like it was ever going to be a good game, regardless of how much polish you put into it, just from a conceptual level. But I don't want to sit here and just be like, oh, he's just sour grapes because they fired him because his game was bad,
Yeah.
It's still a big corporation we're talking about, and I tend to side with an individual over the corporation. But you know what? Sometimes corporation can be right, too. So, I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, he's created Balan Wonderworld, he created Sonic. Just bad games all around, so I don't know what you want from him.
Shut up.
I kid, Dominic. The one that didn't involve him, Sonic Mania, was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
All right, speaking of mediocre games, Dominic, Diablo Immortals is no longer going to be phone exclusive after all that hubbub that they got back in the days of BlizzCon and, people booing when this was announced and the guy on stage being like, what, you guys don't own phones?
Yeah.
Apparently we do not own phones because it is also now coming out on the PC, probably to maximize profit. So it's releasing on June 2nd on phones, on iOS and Android devices. And on that day, it is also going into open beta on the PC. So that is a free-to-play game. You can give it a try. I think you can pre-register now for that game to, give updates as to when it comes out. Is there, I know you're not a big phone guy, but is this something you would give a try to on the PC?
Yeah,
or is it?
I would.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try on the PC. I'll play up to the part where it gets to the point that it's easier to pay for to get somewhere, and then I say, I'm done.
And then I'll throw cheats on, and then I'll continue playing.
If they let me.
Yeah.
If they're always online, that would be the smart thing to do, because if I can be able to play this offline, because then it'll be.
I remember how much you enjoyed Fallout Shelter, Dominic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, I don't know how I got away with that. I mean, I was surprised that they did that. Let you. I mean, they didn't let you, but it was able. Like, I'm surprised it was always online.
Yep. All right, in some other news, Dominic, Mr. Miyamoto of Nintendo announced via Twitter that him and Chris-san, who apparently is not Chris Pratt, which the first time I saw his tweet, I thought that's exactly who he was talking about, and then everybody started talking about it, and no, he's probably like the producer at Illumination or whatever, because why would Chris Pratt have any sort of control over whether the Mario movie is delayed or not? But yeah, Miyamoto came out on Twitter, basically said, hey, Mario's coming out April 7th of next year now instead of the end of this year.
All right.
So, as is always quoted by him, a rushed game is always bad, but a game that is given the potential to be good could be good, or whatever he says. I feel the same way about this movie. I'm not dying to see it immediately, but I just hope when it comes out, it's good.
Why want to see it? That's what I want to know. Why is there any kind of way to see it?
Probably going to be good, Dominic.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't
watch Sonic. Let me just say that
it's not that I don't want to see it. I mean, it's more of if it don't happen, I won't give a damn.
There's also that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like. If it happens, happens. It's like, it's one of those things, like, I don't give a shit. I mean,
if I had to choose between a new movie and a game, I'd definitely choose a game.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think that has nothing to do with the one or the other.
Yeah. As it stands, it's curiosity more than anything. I want to see what that ends up being, because Mario has never been about its story, and I want to see if they're
you just don't understand. You just don't understand the story. That's what it's always been about the story.
It's about this very intrusive plumber trying to break up this marriage between this
so it's very complex. Like, you got an Italian plumber going through pipes into this like magic kingdom, and fighting like a dinosaur turtle. I mean, this is very complex. Kids. It's like how these things happen. I think one of these games they're going to explain everything. They're getting there.
Dark, gritty reboot.
Or they already did. You gotta look for the secret. You gotta look at the.
Oh, it's like the subtext. It's like Dark Souls. You gotta read all the books. You gotta read all the collectibles, the description items. If you read about the star, the power star, then it tells you. He powers up off the power star because, the star power was a tear dropped from the eye of Bowser because he loved the princess so much, but this Mario character keeps stealing her away.
Yo, I wonder, do they tell? Look, I'm watching a replay of a baseball game right now, but like you can see the dugout, and the dugout has a whole bunch of things like bubble gum, snacks. I mean, and sunflower seeds or some drink and stuff. Thing is, the way they prop up the sunflower seeds is like for us to be able to see them, for advertising, most likely.
100%.
I mean, I know. I'm not wondering about that. I'm wondering, do they tell the players that? Because the players be going to eat, but then it comes back, at the same exact spot. Like they don't like just lay it down. Like if that was getting sunflower seeds, I'll get some and just put the bag down. I ain't gonna be propping it up.
Are you seeing the players prop it back up, or could there be another person like a ball boy?
Yeah. You know what?
To do that job.
Then maybe that is. That's to say, I'm not seeing the players prop it back up.
I'm thinking there's a marketing manager intern that has to sit in the dugout with them in a full suit. And whenever they,
no, you gotta wear at least a baseball uniform.
Nope, he's in a full suit on a hot spring day. Just propping those sunflower seeds back up
and
in hopes that one day,
making sure that tub of bubble gum is turned so everybody can see it.
Yeah. What brand is that, Dominic? What's the official sponsor?
I forgot the name. It's the one you see all the time. Not Bubblicious. It's like
Big League Chew.
No, it's not Big League Chew. It's the one that is like kind of is wrapped into the paper. Then you unwrap it, and then after.
Is it Bubble Yum?
Not Bubble Yum. Maybe it is Bubble Yum. Maybe it's Bubble Yum.
Sure.
It's the one where you chew it twice and all the taste is gone.
So zebra stripe gum.
Oh, that was bad too. Yeah. Bubble Yum. Let me see. Yeah, double bubble.
Double bubble.
That's what
okay.
it is. Yeah.
Man, Double Bubble's out here getting big.
They've been around.
They've
been doing baseball for a while because I've been seeing the Orioles games like years ago, and like people. They just be chewing on a bubble yum.
Yeah. But where do those wrappers go down?
They go on the floor. Man, I'm sure they got a trash can. But can
they get them the gum balls, please? Like that feels more sustainable.
Where they put
I feel like all this paper, you're cutting down all these trees.
And they put the gum under the seats, under the bench.
Oh. You're actually probably not wrong about that.
You're like. It's like filling under, like the bar, filling under the table.
Oh, it's disgusting.
You know how many times I've done that by accident? A lot. Because I forget.
Because you don't think people are monsters, and then you realize people are monsters.
God damn it! They can at least put the gum on. Did you have a beer or something? Could you just put it in the cup or something? God damn!
Just get a paper towel. That's all you got to do. Yeah. All right, Dominic. Moving on here, we got game news out of Disney. They announced Disney Dreamlight Valley. This seems like, I don't know, The Sims meets Stardew Valley meets Kingdom Hearts because you have a crossover with Disney characters. It's basically you creating like your avatar and then you're living in this world with all these different Disney characters. And you're building up a house, but apparently there's going to be story-driven campaign. So it seems like there will actually be quests and stuff that you're given by these Disney characters. The trailer doesn't really show that much. Honestly, I thought this was going to be like a metaverse play. And I was
hoping, Daniel, because I was like, but man, that's a lot of creepy guys out there, Daniel.
I mean, there is that.
I mean, that's going to happen regardless.
It is, and I wonder what you do there, because like, how do you create the modern day Club Penguin, right? Like, what do you do there to keep kids safe?
Yeah,
but also,
Lego's doing something, them. Right? With
they are, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just you put them in Fortnite, and then you let them become the monsters.
Like you got a Lego policeman coming to people, hey, how you doing?
Oh my god. That sounds incredible. I'm going to need you to scan me a picture of your license, please. And then if they actually send them the license, it's like, wait a second, why do you have a license? You're way too old to be playing this. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be a problem at some point, I'm sure. At what point, Dominic, do we just become like our real life personas become our personas in virtual space? Like our real name is tied to everything that
years ago I would have said not in my lifetime, but I don't know, man. It might happen in my lifetime.
I mean, that's basically already done with Facebook, right? Like, it probably doesn't take that much digging outside of like throwaway accounts for me to go, okay, I'm going to go to this person's Twitter account. And then I can match that to, their short link on their YouTube, and then I can match that to their Facebook page, and then next thing you know where they work, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, but about the game though. I mean,
yes.
I mean, that's nice, like to be with the Disney characters and everything.
It seems okay until you realize it's a free to play game.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. It's the free to play.
You're going to be buying virtual Mickey ears in the game and getting exploited that way. So we'll get more details, I'm sure, but it's coming out next year. It looks fine though. Like it could be fun.
Yeah, it could be like Roblox. I mean, Roblox is free to play.
Yes, and also very exploitative.
Oh yeah, but you just say no. Like my I think this. I don't know if she bought anything. My friend's stepdaughter. I don't know if she bought anything. Well, I'm sure she probably asked.
Not that he's aware of.
Yeah.
Check that bill at the end of every month. Put those alerts on the app. I don't know. All right, Dominic, it's official. Modern Warfare 2 is a thing. They showed off a logo.
I got confused because I was like, they already had Modern Warfare 2. They did it. It came with one of those games. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. They had the new Modern Warfare. I totally forgot.
Yeah, they have run out of ideas, so they're recycling the ideas now. But they've also recycled the recycled ideas, so they're also recycling the ideas. It's a lot. Like I don't know what that Modern Warfare 2
is this story better than the original one?
Maybe.
I know Price is not the same. He has a mustache, but he has the voice.
Interesting. I didn't know that because that one focuses on Price, right? Like he's the main character.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I got nothing. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get more details for that later. Because is that the one that they said is not coming out this year, or is this the one that is coming out this year and next year's is canceled?
I thought delayed? They would. I mean, I was thinking that was it because I mean, the Call of Duty. I mean, they said one wasn't coming out this year, right?
They said, okay, here we go. Activision is reporting looking on DLC. Modern Warfare 2 in 2023 as the company delays the launch of the next game in this series. Okay, yeah, so Modern Warfare 2. So I'm honestly kind of a little surprised that we're seeing a logo for this if it's not coming out until next year. They could have waited at least. I mean, it's just a logo. Like, that doesn't really mean anything, but I would be surprised to see anything further on it until sometime in June or July when we start getting like E3-esque stuff, Jeff Keighley's award stuff, if you will. All right, Dominic, but in the meantime, we've got a new announcement from Ubisoft. It's called Project Q, and it's going to be an online multiplayer PvP game with one single goal: fun. Now, they've already come out and said this is not a Battle Royale and does not have NFTs associated with it yet. I don't know that they said the yet, but I'm adding the yet as a...
Wait a minute.
Okay, criticism.
So a non-Battle Royale. That's the genre. That's the genre.
So anything other than a Battle Royale. Yeah, there's not really much details outside of that, just that it's going to be a PvP game. But Ubisoft, do they have too many pots on the fire or whatever? Because like they have that Tom Clancy's X-Defiant game, which may not be associated with Tom Clancy anymore. You also have, just all their regular games, and then what's the Rainbow Six Siege? That's still a thing.
Maybe they're just doing a Netflix popular thing. Just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
You know what? That's very true. I think Ubisoft is exactly the Netflix of the video game industry, content-wise. That'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because there's a lot of rumors going around now. Of course, there's been all these big acquisitions, and there's still rumors abound that Sony is going to make a big pickup. And I mean, there's really only so many big pickups they could make. I mean, EA, Ubisoft, maybe some form of the Bracer Group. You got those people out there. What's the one that has like THQ now? Nordic, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe them, but even then, that's not like huge in the vein of an Activision. And there's also talk that like Ubisoft is kind of like preparing themselves for a sale, like setting themselves up. But I also feel like if you're a company, like you're always preparing for the hope that someone will buy you, right? Like someone bigger will come along and give you a whole bunch of money to retire.
Yeah.
And then start your own new thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've never been in that position. I don't know if I would like. I want to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm looking at another different perspective, though. Honestly,
I just feel like from looking the outside in, it always feels like these guys that get to a certain level, like a Palmer Luckey, for instance, right? Like he was on the top of the world, and then of course all the stuff with Trump happened, and it was weird. But he was at the top of his game, and then he left. Or like, I guess a better example, people who left of their own volition, a lot of those Oculus guys, right? Like they came into Facebook when they got bought out, stuck around for like 6 months to a year, maybe even a couple of years in some cases, and then left and are probably working on starting their new thing.
Yeah.
You know,
or like the Minecraft guy. I mean,
yeah, Notch. Yep. Yeah. Although he just like decided to sell out and then become a professional internet troll. Like he doesn't seem like he started any new projects.
Oh, that's what he does. That's what he's doing. Oh,
it's what it feels like. Actually, I don't even know. I feel like I don't hear him mentioned on Twitter much.
Is
anymore,
he on that new
is he on the
platform?
Truth app?
Yeah. What's it called again?
Yeah, I think it's the Donald Trump one.
Yeah. What's it called?
I think it's like Truth.
Yeah, because when I saw something, I thought he was back on Twitter. So, oh, good. I can see some funny tweets again. And then I realized he was on his own app. So I'm not signing up for another social media account.
Yeah.
I said, God
Truth
damn.
Social.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I say, just go back on Twitter. You don't need to,
Dominic. All of his funny posts will just be retweeted on Twitter.
That's what I told
just like everything off TikTok.
That's what I told somebody. I said, well, they probably just screenshot it and just put it in Twitter anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not for anything. I don't even care. It's like, I mean, it's not even because it's Trump, but any type of social media, I ain't signing for it. Unless the one I'm on is gone. Cause I'm like, it's just too much. 2 of them is too much. And I already got like Instagram, and I forgot I did a TikTok one time, and I was like, oh man, that's shit. Cause they said like a friend has TikTok you can follow. I said, what? But then nobody else posts videos. I think everybody I know just go there to look at videos.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. All right, Dominic. We got some more news here coming out of Ubisoft. Right now, it sounds like there is some sort of Skull and Bones, like pre-beta or playtest or something going on, because the Skull and Bones Twitter account posted like, hey, keep an eye out, or whatever. And then somebody leaked like 4 minutes worth of footage onto Reddit, which by the time I saw it, it was gone. It had been taken down. But it sounds like from the comments I was reading, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that ship to ship like combat stuff. Like we've talked about how you can battle in the ships, but then when you go to like take over another ship, it's just going to be a cutscene. It's not going to be like, Assassin's Creed where you're going into a third person action situation and you're jumping across to the other boat and you're fighting people and stuff. And I think if it's just that ship combat, they've really missed the mark here, and I don't think people are going to fly. This is going to fly with people.
Like this game, it feels like it should have been released years ago. Like,
oh, definitely. I mean, what year did Black Flag come out?
Yeah, that's the only reason people were like, "Oh yeah, Black Flag," and now that's old. that is old now, and I don't know. It's like
we're talking 2013, Dominic. We'll be talking about that game next year on this podcast.
Oh my god,
it's been 10 years, almost 10 years.
Yeah, it's about to be 10 years when the Xbox One and PS4 came out. But
yeah, because we talked about 3 already, and 3 had the beginnings of that ship to ship combat stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game especially if it's just ship-to-ship stuff, like they've completely missed the mark here. They're way too late to have that come out that way.
Like I would want it to be.
It's just too repetitive.
Yeah, I kind of want it to be like a pirate game, but like a not Uncharted, but kind of like a single player experience. But you have those elements of a pirate ship battle, but it's a really strong story narrative to it.
Right. And so you want Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Yeah. Damn, I just said that, didn't I? But no, but something better than that.
Yeah,
yeah. Because honestly, I don't remember much of the story of that game.
No. Something about.
I just remember those two women getting killed. I remember that. I remember like there was two pirate women. They had children, but they were like famous pirate women. Then they got caught and they got killed. And
right.
I forgot the reason why. Well, because they're pirates, but there's other reasons.
Right. Yeah. And you were a pretend pirate because really you were like a Templar, but then you were like, oh, I'm a pirate now. So now I'm whatever the other guys are.
Yeah, assassins. Yeah.
Whatever you are, just the name of the game. Yeah. All right, so it sounds like we'll see something from them soon about that. Wouldn't be surprised if it was somewhere around June. I mean, we are at this point getting into May by the time this drops, so that'll just be a month away. Speaking of June, though, we've got Microsoft and Bethesda. They've announced that they're going to do a showcase on June 12th, so that's basically the E3 equivalent showcase that they would do every year. So now we know that's coming along. What do you want to see out of that besides probably like Starfield? Is there anything else big you could think of?
The next Outer Worlds.
Okay.
Let me see what else is there. A Fable.
I really want to see a Fable. Yeah, I mean, because there's a Fable announced, right? Like, we know Fable's in development. Yeah, I want to see Fable.
Well, they told us that.
Yes. There was that trailer, right? Where it was a little fairy person floating around, and then they're like burps or farts or something because, Fable.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably all they worked on was that trailer.
Probably, but it's now been like 2 years, I feel like.
Yeah.
Unless it was just last year, in which case, oh my God, it's only been a year and it feels like it's been 5.
What else is there that I might want to see?
Gears?
Yeah, definitely. Gears is the next one. Yeah. I need to know what's going on.
Need to finish the fight.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on with these locusts. I don't care they call them the swarm, they're the locusts, but like what. Like I kind of know how they were formed now, but I want that story to end, and I want to know how they're going to do this because, spoilers, one of the guys die, but it's on your choosing. Like if you choose who dies, basically. So, what how are they going to do that with 2 storylines? Are they? Yeah. I hope it's done well.
They're just going to be like, this is the canonical one. Sorry, sucks to be you.
Yeah, oh my God, I was thinking that too. It was like, you sons of bitches. And it'd be the black one who died. Like, no.
Always Jace. All right. Let's see. What's up next, Dominic? I put this one on here because I think you would appreciate it. According to MPD reports, the Xbox Series S and X was the best-selling console in the first quarter in the United States in terms of dollar sales. The Switch actually sold more units, but in dollar sales, the Xbox console sold the best. So
I guess I understand that.
Woohoo, America.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about them lumping the Series S and the Series X together. Like, that feels a little cheaty to me.
I mean, but that's what they do with all the consoles. They do that.
But we've never had. Well,
I mean,
I feel like we've never had Pro. That level of. Yeah, I guess if you. Yeah, that's true.
And the Switch now got the LCD one, whatever.
Yeah, but that's just a screen upgrade. That's not.
But you got to pay more for it.
You do have to pay more for it. Yes, you do. But yeah, so congratulations to Microsoft for
and they had that Pikachu
that accomplishment.
And 64.
And I definitely had to pay
and
more
the
for
PS2
that. I mean,
Slim. I don't think there was another Xbox.
Original Xbox, no.
Yeah.
360, there were about 17 different ones.
There was plenty of them.
So I was always switching mine out through the expert zone thing. God, it's so many different versions of that console just because like I was always afraid it was going to overheat.
And I ended up with the damn
ring.
Slim. That's what's funny. He's like, I was thinking like, I'm never going to get the Slim. I'm just going to use this thing until the next one.
Yep.
Again, I'm getting it because the one I had broke. Oh, man.
Sexy console, Dominic. Sexy console. All right. And the last bit of news that I have here is an interesting one. It's a kind of follow-up to the PlayStation Plus stuff that we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks. So apparently there was like an update in Sony's terms of service with developers basically stating that if your game was like $34.99 at wholesale, which is basically the equivalent of like a $50 game in retail, you would be required to make a timed trial for your game that would live on the PlayStation Store for up to, or at least, I think it's at least 12 months after release, and it would have to be released within 3 months of release of the game. Now, I'm a little conflicted on this. Obviously, we've talked in the past about how creating demos, whether they be E3 demos or demos for, consumer consumption, it calls developers more time because they have to create this like very specific cutout. But we've also talked about how like it was amazing when Xbox Live Arcade demanded that everything had demos because demos are awesome. Demos are consumer friendly. Demos are great. If your game is good, demos are going to sell your game more than, anything. Now, the thing that makes it real complicated for me is this going to be tied behind this PlayStation stuff? Are you basically making it so I'm going to be paying to get access to demos? That makes the idea of demos or time trials a lot less consumer friendly because then I'm having to pay for this shit.
All devs or just them or just Sony's devs? This
is for all developers looking to release a game on a Sony platform that is going to cost $50 or more.
Okay.
So like a small indie title might not fall into this category, but if you have Ubisoft releasing their next Assassin's Creed game, they would have to release a demo.
That is interesting. I see what you mean. But
now I would be maybe more willing to accept having to pay for it if we are talking about every single game, that's kind of big, and I could see why that would maybe be locked.
If they get a price
this.
drop, they could take it. They take it off. If they get to take it off, is that what's going to happen?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is like if that's only required for but I'm thinking it's the price at release. The MSRP at release. And because they have that clause in there that says it has to remain for 12 months, so pricing won't really affect it. But this just goes into, like we've talked about it in the past, and this applies even more to Sony because they are a company that's talking about streaming games, and they purchased Gaikai a long time ago, and now the PlayStation Plus stuff, like the classic games, is going to use their streaming tech. Why would you not just make these trials the full game, but locked behind a streaming countdown, basically? Say you can play this instance of this game for exactly 2 hours, right? And you doesn't matter what you do in the game, for those 2 hours. If you're paused, it sucks to be you. You're stupid. You should have not done that. Or maybe it takes that into account. I don't know. But just you log into a server somewhere, you play your 2 hours of that game, and then you can never access that server ever again. I feel like that is more developer friendly because you're then not asking them to do a lot of additional work. There may still be some level of something involved there, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of extra work for the developer in the case of Microsoft, who's already kind of doing that without the time control aspect of it. But if you're building the infrastructure for the streaming of the games and the, time limited nature of the games, then I don't see why that's really causing the developer too much trouble. So at that point, you're just negotiating people actually being allowed to play your game for 2 hours. So I guess one of the other things about this is because it came out through like the terms of service with these developers, there also wasn't like a lot of preamble. There wasn't a lot of talk beforehand. It was just like, hey, by signing this thing, you've now agreed to do this, instead of Sony coming out and having conversations with these developers about this kind of thing. So I think that's where a lot of the backlash from the industry is coming from on this stuff.
Yeah, because I missed all this. I haven't really looked at a lot of gaming news. So, yeah, I could definitely see backlash. But you know what? I kind of want Microsoft and Nintendo to do this shit. But I know that Nintendo not going to do it. But I kind of want Microsoft to do it and be like, yeah, we want to do something similar like this too. So it can be like, you ain't got much of a choice now.
Right.
If you still want to sell on consoles.
See, because that speaks to like the developer work aspect of it, right? Like if they are creating these curated demos or time trials for their game exclusively for the PlayStation, like what is the incentive to do that for one platform?
Yeah.
Does that push people away from the PlayStation brand, or does that, make Microsoft also kind of get into this whole deal of like, we need time trials on ours as well? But again, I feel like the solution there is the streaming. And then if you are tying it to like an Ultimate, a Game Pass Ultimate, or, this PlayStation Plus stuff, it makes a little more sense because the people that are paying for that are already people that may have better internet because they bought it to play online or, to get access to a whole bunch of games that they would be downloading. I don't know if that maths out or not. The only thing I would be concerned about with that as far as like Microsoft is so gung-ho about just getting all the games in full on their platform that would maybe be a little regressive for them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they would do like, okay, now on Game Pass, you're only getting time trials for our games. The idea theoretically in a positive light would be, okay, you get all our games, you get all of the games from Bethesda, you get all the games from Activision now, and then you also get time trials from all of the other developers who are independent, like a Ubisoft and a Nordic or something like that. Square Enix, I guess. But I just don't know if I believe that would end up being that way. It just sounds a little too good, right?
Yeah, it does. But yeah, this is interesting though. I'm surprised Sony took this approach, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a way to kind of juice numbers, right? Is like, okay, we're not willing to put Horizon Zero Dawn, we're not willing to put God of War Day One on our platform, but I mean, if they're following their own rules, they have to put out 2-hour trials.
That'd be pretty fucked up. they don't have to follow their own rules.
Oh, I mean, that would be hilarious. It's like, yeah, you have to put a 2-hour time trial on here, but we don't. Our games are AAA quality. We don't want, we don't apply to your trash. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, as we move forward and actually start seeing some of this implemented. But it really does feel like the best bet to make this happen with the least amount of work is definitely going to be make those time trials streaming exclusive, And I feel like that also limits the things that some people may be afraid of, because like you've seen instances of, what was it, like Tomb Raider, where they released a demo but somehow people accessed the source code in the demo and then allowed them to break the de novo in the main game or something like that, or allowed them to crack the full game easier. But if you're just streaming it off the server, you don't theoretically have access to any of that. And it kind of protects that stuff a little more. I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, this would be good for protecting the corporation. I'm like, I don't like what this is sounding like.
I mean, you're just trying to find a way for the devs can
to not have to create, spend a whole bunch of time on something that people may not even utilize,
Exactly. Yeah, because it does. Yeah, that's really the problem. Is like, this is going to, like, now you're adding more to development. Like, development games, we always hear about the nightmares, and now you're just adding more to it. So, or I mean, you look at another way. It's like, hey, man, you need to be. But your company needs to be better anyway. The work so that you can still, even though there's something that's added, but it shouldn't.
You just need to hire more people.
Yeah, and there shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but the company's going to want to maximize profits, Tom. Because the reality of it is, it might be more work as we're saying it now. But demos used to be relative commonplace around this 360 era, and we've really moved away from that. And now it's become, a special thing to see a demo, or most times it's, an online beta or something that they release to give you a taste of a game. It's not even a demo anymore. Yeah,
maybe they don't do betas no more.
No, they just give us alphas and pre-alphas instead.
Yeah.
This game's too close to being done. Here you go. All right, Dominic. So that's all I had for news.
Oh no, the beta. The beta will just. Can I say this is the demo? Even though like it's a lot of things missing, this is the demo.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. So yeah, just roll that out and be like, here you go. Here's some broken trash. I don't know. I don't think that would help sell their game. So that might save them some work, but might lose them some sales at the end of the day.
All right. So what we got?
Did you have any other news? That was kind of what I saw this week.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. We got some PlayStation Plus and Games for Gold stuff as we transition to this new month. For PlayStation Plus, we got FIFA 22, so you can get your soccer on, Dominic. We also have Tribes of Midgar and Curse of the Dead Gods. Is Curse of the Dead Gods something you ever played?
No, I didn't ever play it, but it was just kind of reminded me of Dungeon. What is it called? The something dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon, yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of that.
I remembered us talking about it a couple of times, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I talked about it because I say, hey, this looks like a Darkest Dungeon thing, but I never touched it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, and it's actually on Game Pass as well right now, so there are many means of playing that. It seems cool. Like you said, it looks like Darkest Dungeon, but also like in full 3D.
Yeah.
It's a roguelike thing, so. And Tribes of Midgar is that Viking game where you're like resource management kind of thing. Survival, I think you classify.
Yeah, come on. Let's get to the Games for Gold. Yes, go.
And then Games for Gold, yes. You got the great Games for Gold here, Dominic. You got Yoku's Island Express, which is that pinball kind of Metroid.
You had it on Switch.
Yep. You got The Inner World, The Last Wind Monk. I don't have my glasses on, and the computer screen is starting to look a little fuzzy. The Inner World, The Last Wind Monk. This looks like a game you might be interested in checking out, Dominic, because it's like a point-and-click adventure game. Seems pretty neat.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
That's the end of the month, though, right? Because is that a one game? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's the later one. And then Viva Pinata Party Animals. So
so now we got all of them. I think we had Viva Pinata for Games for Gold.
I think so.
Yeah. So now you got Viva Pinata Party Animals.
Got to complete the collection.
And then you got to get the 3DS one. I think there was one for that.
Can they put that on Games for Gold?
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm getting it. All right, Dominic. And if you don't have anything else, we got new releases.
Yeah.
All right, we got Zombie Army 4, Dead War, now out on the Nintendo Switch. You also got the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe version is now out on the PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series consoles. So that's like the, updated Game of the Year-esque version of that with added funny stuff. And yeah, Stanley Parable seems like a game that one of these days I would love to play, but God only knows when I'm actually ever going to make time to do that. Bugsnax, as you mentioned earlier, is now out on the Xbox as well as Game Pass and also on PC and Nintendo Switch. It was exclusively PlayStation before. And you've got Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. This one kind of surprised me. I know it's been in early access, but it is now out on the PC and PS5.
Oh, man.
This is the Battle Royale
Masquerade.
Masquerade
It's the Battle Royale
game.
one. Oh, that.
Yeah, no, it's not the Masquerade 2, Bloodlines 2 or whatever.
Is that game ever coming out? It's coming out?
Not anytime soon, I would say. They got to figure some shit out over there. You also have Rogue Legacy 2 for the PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. And then you have Nintendo Switch Sports
there we go.
The Nintendo Switch.
Yep. Got the Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports successor.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, kind of tempted by that, but also like, what am I gonna do? Fucking flail around here like a crazy person, Dominic.
I mean, that's what the game is.
If that's what it calls for, then yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Oh, yes. And now I'm going to do my new releases.
Yes.
Of these great adult games. Some of these games I actually read the title before. They just got an update. So some of them I don't remember though. So I maybe saying twice. It ain't like nobody should remember these titles anyway. It's Mistwood Manor has got their version 0.9 out.
Okay.
Summertime Saga. This is more animated than like 3D, 3D models, like more realistic 3D models. It's like a pre-tech version, something out. I guess they're testing out there. Also got Sorrow. I feel like I said that one before.
That just sounds sad.
Oh yeah, just like I said this one before. Hell Dictator. I guess they got an update. The Way Love Goes. The One. Lust is Stranger. And what else do you have here? We got Waifu Academy.
Oh, okay. The classic Waifu Academy.
Star Knightis Aurora. Let me see. A Shot in the Dark. And My Best Deal. And Reboot Love Part 2. And Mysterious
in love with the computer.
Mysterious Erotic Theater 3500. Oh,
fancy.
The pilot, it looks like Star Wars pilot. It got the Star Wars symbol for the Rebels right here.
That can't be legal.
What the hell is that? 12 Goddesses. Devil in Your Eyes. Hot Sand of Antarctica. What? So the Antarctica, what the hell?
Hot sin or sand?
Hot sand. Like, I guess Antarctica got too hot there and that was a desert.
Oh my goodness.
Fresh
they made love
Woman.
on that desert.
I feel like I said that one before. Yeah, I think I said that one before. I think it just got a new update. Now this is a lot because I'm just on the 27th right now. It's still a couple for 28th, but they're not that interesting.
The hustle is real with those guys.
Yeah, I did not know it was this many games, man. There's a lot of people just. I wonder what their other jobs are, like what they do.
They don't need other jobs, Dominic. They're putting out profitable games.
Price of Power, Chapter 10. They're on Chapter 10. Black Rabbit Trainer. Mm-hmm. You got Love and Sex, Second Base.
I've heard that. Oh, yeah. The Thor sequel, Love and Sex.
Touch the Soul, I said this one before. It must have just got the update. Family Matters. Family at Home. That's quite a few incest games. Superheroes suck. And I
capitalize on the Marvel. I get it.
And Timeless Island. What else we have here? Is anything else interesting? Taffy Tales. But yeah, it's like games every day. It's like I don't see a day missed. That
is incredible.
There's an update or a game.
That's it. All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You check us out on Twitter. Dominic is at DStalworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Superpod.com is the website. You can check us out there. It has all the podcasts as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast. And of course, all of your favorite podcast players, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify. And until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.